Captain Forrest here, and in today's video I'm going to be power scaling Hawkgirl from DC Comics. Now if you guys are new to my channel, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. Also huge shout out to HQ Squad, massive shouts to T, massive shouts to Nyotic and Slick and Korin. They've been a huge help in my videos, and other badasses that have also came on the channel too, so huge shout out to the team. Now before I start this power scaling video and get into the meat and potatoes of things, I want to talk just a few things real quick. The Hawkgirl I'm going to be using in terms of like mentioning the better feats and the stats, it's mainly Kendra, so the current Hawkgirl, because obviously there is a Hawk woman, so it can get a bit confusing. They're technically the same, I think, because of how her powers work, because she keeps like reincarnating. It's always a different person, but they have the same, you know, they keep the same knowledge and the same things that they've learned throughout the years. But you know, DC's weird sometimes. But anyway, I'm going to be using Kendra. She's going to be the main focus in this video. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to it. I'm going to go and talk about some of the feats that Hawkgirl is showing. Hawkgirl demonstrated a feat where she was able to block the energy from the doorknob from Lex Luthor, who was inside his suit, and she was able to clap him with her nymph metal mace. For those who aren't aware, the doorknob contains the piece of Perpetua's power. This occurred during the time Hawkgirl was empowered with the power which was used to create the Source Wall. A noteworthy statement from Starman was when he explained that it was the totality that broke the chain of reincarnation, and Starman further goes on to explain that Perpetua did this because she was afraid of having to fight with Hawkgirl at her best. Hawkgirl is finally ready to fulfill her cosmic destiny. She goes on to do battle with Apex Luthor and physically hurt Apex with her mace, and also hurts him again when she empowers herself with her wings. She also lost to Apex, but she lost via being off guard, so this isn't a bad feat for her. Of course, Apex had to get the drop on her, unfortunately, but literally during the entire fight, Apex was getting the stepmom treatment, the abusive right hand of Hawkgirl pretty much, and the mace to the face. So that's still a good feat. Still some good scaling for Hawkgirl. Also, another thing I wanted to mention as well for you guys to keep in mind, the energy from her wings were also needed to amp the Ultra Monitor, so they could even have a chance to even fight Perpetua when she had 5 out of the 6 energies of the Dark Forces, which is not a bad feat at all. Another tremendous feat for Hawkgirl was when she was weakened. Literally, Hawkgirl was literally no longer empowered by any of that stuff, so we literally see her being able to block an attack from the anti-life equation and anti-monitor, of course. With just her wings alone, her nymph metal wings were able to tank this attack from life equation anti-monitor. Very impressive. So pretty much nymph metal is pretty powerful. You shouldn't sleep on it. She's easily creation level with those feats and the mace as well, so some pretty good scaling. Now for speed, she should easily scale to the Justice League and Apex in combat reaction speed. Now this very same Apex is able to keep up with the Justice League members. Now lastly, Hawkgirl was able to damage Empty Hand with her mace. This very same Empty Hand was also amped by the Great Darkness's chains. So that's another great feat for her as well, that the nymph metal also was able to accomplish during that fight. So again, it's just some really good scaling overall. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and move on, talk a little bit about nymph metal. So in order for you guys to understand Hawkgirl a little bit better as well, I must talk about the material known as nymph metal. Nymph metal varies, but it contains properties and effects which aid the user depending on how the nymph metal is utilized. Now nymph metal gives the user an accelerated healing factor, it gives them flight if they have nymph metal wings, it gives them strength, durability, enhanced senses, it grants self-sustenance, and obviously depending if the user has absorbed nymph metal inside their body, it allows them to survive in harsh environments like cold or hot places and the vacuum of space. It also has gravity negation to some extent, allowing the wearer to carry weight that are 20 to 70 times heavier than normal. It also grants the user Type 4 immortality and reincarnation, pretty much, which basically is the main reason why Hawkgirl and Hawkman always reincarnate when they die, and they pretty much resurrect at some point in time. When they reincarnate, they retain all their past knowledge and memories, so that's another cool thing as well. Nymph metal is also very fundamental. It can negate durability, kind of works like adamantium, and it is also shown to nullify and absorb magic, such as the time Black Adam's lightning was being absorbed by Hawkman's Nymph Metal mace, and weapons forged in Nymph Metal can be controlled by the user. They can pretty much recall their weapons or control where the mace goes and the trajectory used in that manner. So there's some really good aspects and some really good cool things with Nymph Metal. Nymph Metal can also affect things on a spiritual level as well. Like Batman has used Nymph Metal batarangs as well to slice up spiritual entities. So there's some spiritual properties also behind Nymph Metal, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's gonna round up Hawkgirl. She's an absolute mad woman. She's a powerhouse. She really brings it to the table. Now in terms of stats and AP and all that good jazz, she'd easily range from Ultraversal Plus, High Ultraversal Plus, Boundless Plus, and usually Extraversal Plus, especially the scaling you use for the source wall. Ridiculous scaling. Now in terms of like speed, easily measurable to irrelevant. Some really good speed scaling, especially the chain scaling and her scaling to the other Justice League members and speed, etc, etc. Really good scaling. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content, and give me your thoughts down below. It's been real. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.